let's talk about hooked bows. First off, what is a hooked bow? A hooked bow is when you play 2 or more notes while moving your bow in the same direction, but you put a stop in between those notes. So we would go, so I went down 2 times in a row and I just stopped my bow in the middle. Why don't you try that? I'm on open D string. We're gonna do 2 down bows in a row. Ready, go. Okay, now we don't have to just go down bow, we can also go up bow. So we're gonna start at the tip of your bow and we're gonna push it 2 times with a pause in the middle. One more time, same thing, start on the D string. That's all a hooked bow is. Now, it can get more complicated because you can have more than 2 notes and they might not be the same note. So I could hook from open D to first finger E, or vice versa. All right, and I could do multiple notes. But for starters, for right now, what we're doing is we're focusing on just 2 bows in the same direction. So what I would like you to think about real quick is what the difference is between a hooked bow and a slurred bow, because there's a similarity, but there's a difference. Got your answer? All right, so a slurred bow is when we go from one note to the next without changing the direction of our bow, but it's smooth from one note to the next. Try that, open D, then first finger E. And now let's go backwards, first finger E to open D on an up bow. Now, hooked bow, the difference is that we are stopping in the middle. When you stop your bow, try not to dig in really hard because you'll get a crunch sound like this. And you might even hit other strings depending on how hard you crunch. So do your best to just let your bow stop. Just stop moving your arm. And it sounds way easier than it actually is to do to get a nice sound. But keep practicing and you'll get there. If you look in your book on page 17, you can see an example of how the hooked bow is notated. So a hooked bow is going to be your regular notes, whatever rhythm they can be. They don't have to be quarter notes, although for right now your book is making it pretty easy and sticking with quarter notes. And they are connected with a slur like we would normally expect, but they have a staccato dot. So you've got a really clear smiley face there with the dots for the eyes and the smile. Okay, so this is what that's gonna look like. Now, for right now, your book is helping you out by putting 2 down bows in a row or 2 up bows in a row. That is not always going to be the case. You need to get to the point where you don't need these, and you see this, and whatever direction your bow is going when you get here, you know the next one is the same direction. So the top marking is just to help you. It's not the official way that it's always going to be written. All right, so let's look at song number 68. It's the very first song on page number 17. It's called Captain Hook. And that's a musical pun, and I know you love those. All right, so we are starting on open G, and we play that for a whole measure. So let's just do the first measure. 2 downs, then 2 ups. Divide your bow exactly in half. That's when you're gonna stop your bow. So you're gonna go halfway, halfway. Ready, go. Good. Second measure is all A, first finger A, except if you're bass, right? Then it's open A. Ready, go. Notice there's a big gap of silence in between those notes to keep a steady beat. All right, third measure starts on B, and then it's gonna go down to A, and then the last measure is all G's. So let's do the third and fourth measure together. Here we go, ready, play. Hook, up, down, down, up. Nice job. All right, let's do the whole song. I'll call out bow directions as we go to help you stay on track. Here we go, 1, 2, ready, play. Down, down, up, up. I messed up. Let's try again. Ready, play. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up. And then you would repeat it, but we won't for the sake of this video. Let me know if you have questions. We'll talk to you later.